5 red lights, but oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion is... Got a 5 red lights, but oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion is... Got a 5 red lights, but oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion is... Got a 5 red lights, but oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion is... Got a 5 red lights, but oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion is... Got a 5 red lights, but oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion is... Got a 5 red lights, but oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion is... Got a 5 red lights, but oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion is... Got a 5 red lights, but oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion is... Got a 5 red lights, but oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion is... Got a 5 red lights, but oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion is... Got a 5 red lights, but oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion is... Got a 5 red lights, but oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion is... Got a 5 red lights, but oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion is... Got a 5 red lights, but oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7th! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7th! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7th! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7th! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7th! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7th! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7th! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7th! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7th! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7th! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7th! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7th! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7th! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7th! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7th! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7th! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7th! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's got a 5 red lights. Oh my boss gotta send it on. Tomas gets pulled! Why has Rian retired? Abry's up to 7! Oh Jesus Christ! The world champion. It's Got a 5 red lights for oh my boss.
Alrighty, hello everyone, and welcome back to another night of the URC. We are here for round number 3 of season 11. We are here in the Circuit of Americas for Texas. So welcome in everyone. Hopefully you're all doing very well. Hopefully you can hear me all loud and clear. I just did a little audio check and we're good to go. So we will just see, get everything, our details on there, and yeah, we'll just get that. So we have an Aston Martin in, I think, okay, so we have W37 Vinny starting a lap then. He'll be the first to set a lap of the session. And we have 18 here tonight. Going to quickly just show, you can see the live standings there on your screen for the likes of the constructors, and the drivers are there. But for the likes of the driver standings, here they are. As you can see, we got Fran then up in P1, Luca P2, Hyper P3, and Gaffo P4, Gaffo essentially P3. And then we'll go to the constructors quickly, because we do have a car on a lap here, and as you can see, those are the constructors standings, which are very welcome in after that race in Jeddah last week. Let's get back to qualifying. And we'll see now what Vinny can do on his first lap, as he comes through the second sector. He'll be setting the pace in this qualifying session. Right, let's see now what Vinny can do as he crosses the line and the Aston Martin chasing Alpine in the Constructors' Championship, a 35-1 set by Vinny, and Gaffo then sets a 34-9 to take provisional pole. Metal joins him 5/10 off, or sorry, just a 10th off, not 5/10. I'm very incorrect there. With Fran, then last week's race winner in Jeddah, taking pole by 3/10 of a second. Everyone in the 134s at the moment. Obviously the track is at a very much a cold temperature condition, so we are obviously at that stage where the laps will be slower. The Viper, or Luca 96, goes P3, and if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if that's a bit of rain coming down there, but he has set a 35-0, putting him onto the second row of the grid. Yari is in P6. This could be his best qualifying ever, if he can improve the lap in his second run. But there's rain coming down on that Ferrari. This might just be our grid. Bluefoot is P9. The two Red Bulls 7 and 8. Archie is in P10. Pickle Alex P12. So the laps are coming in, but the rain is coming down here in Texas. Tyler looking for an invite again. We will get him in. So it looks like I don't think we'll see many improvements, but in terms of the standings between Fran and Luca, it is 1 point separating them at the top of the championship. Or, well, actually no, they're level on points. Sorry, I'm making so many mistakes already in qualifying, but yeah, they're level on points, so they have to just beat each other tonight to extend their lead in the Drivers' Championship. But Gaffo P2 at the moment with a 34-9. Are we going to see many improvements in the session? I think so. The rain isn't that heavy, but it should be very interesting to see, you know, if any improvements can be made. Look at the traffic in the pit lane. I think everyone will either retire from the session or try and improve, but I don't think we're going to see many improvements in the session. XD Tyler is putting on the intermediate tires, which he isn't going to go faster to soft tire. He has got a 10th place grid penalty, so no matter where he qualifies, he will be set back 10 places. At the moment he'll just be starting from the back of the grid. We did manage to get Johnsy Boy in here, so he is on an out lap. Pickle Alex, I think, is on a flying lap, and he's already invalidated. My nose is so blocked. So do excuse me. Do excuse the sniffling. It's been a bit of an unlucky day to get a cold. Right, Kloppo was messaging me during the session. I don't know why. I wonder, are we going to see any improvements though? As Griffin has lost his front wing. Griffin obviously coming back to the grid once again after a break from league racing. He's back on the URC grid with the Racing Bulls team, and it's so good to see him back. Genuinely, I wish I could sound better, but I don't. Yeah, it's fantastic to see him back on the grid and get back into league racing, but he has got a broken wing. He will have to try and get around to the pits, replace that front wing, and hopefully improve his lap time. Kloppo telling me about his contact with his teammate. Mate, there's no need to tell me during the session. If Sir Nathan is not happy with it, he'll report it. It's a simple procedure as that. Okay, sorry, my mic was on mute. I think the rain has murdered my drivers. It looks like it has. Sorry, I'm so distant from the mic. I'm really fucking struggling to talk. But we will get through it, we will survive, we will persevere. Yeah, so obviously then if you look at the calendar, ladies and gentlemen, which I'll bring up on your screen right now. You can see we have a 2-week break coming up, and then we're in Imola after that. So it will be very interesting to see how Imola, Japan and Canada go as the next 3 races after Texas tonight, and how the championship will look as well. But also a bit of exciting things is that there is I think there's a driver transfer system in the works, so we could see some moves happen over the Christmas break. But Gaffo there confirming that this will probably be the grid for the race. I don't see many improvements. I think Luca is trying to improve, but no, he's come in. Track's way too wet. It's not going to happen for like the Alpine. So medal. What a qualifying for Williams. They've timed their laps perfectly. They're in P2 and P4. Yari is on to have his best qualifying of the season in P6, and the 2 Red Bulls in P7 and P8. So it's been a very good qualifying for the likes of the Williams team, the Ferrari team and the Red Bulls, and even Williams as well. And even Aston Martin P1 and P5. Unfortunately for the reserve Jake Donaldinho in the Alpine, I was unlucky to not be able to set a well-timed lap. Jitter Archie retired for the session. We'll see a few more, I'd say, do that not improving. We just start the new lobby now, save the time. Yeah, we could do that. Unless does someone want to let the grid know? I'm gonna do a ping. URC driver retire. No improvements will be made in these conditions. Okay, so we're seeing everyone retire. We're going to capture a picture of the grid just so I see it. Okay, and now we can actually while people are leaving, we can get ahead of the game. Fran is going to send me the weather for the race. Okay, through Snapchat, I presume. Is it through Snapchat or is it going to be through Discord? He's just going to tag me. Okay, let's load that back up. Except for weekend structure, there's no quali, custom grid, the weather. I need Fran to send me the weather, preferably in a DM. I prefer Fran to send me the weather in Snapchat, and he hasn't sent it on yet. Yeah, nice one, friend. I have the grid anyway. I have a picture of it, so that's the grid we're starting with. get everyone in. I'll mute the mic.
tienen loca, es que la playa vive en tu boca, que no lleve la ola y el mar. Y yo le dije, mami, que me lleva a bailar a Cuba, y que La Habana todo te cura, Latinoamérica se vive así. Mami, como tú bailas me tienes loca, que la playa vive en tu boca, que no lleve la ola y el mar. Y yo le dije, mami, que me lleva a bailar a Cuba, y que La Habana todo te cura, Latinoamérica se vive así. Mami. Mami, como tú bailas me tienes loca, que la playa vive en tu boca, que no lleve la ola y el mar. Y yo le dije, mami, que me lleva a bailar a Cuba, y que La Habana todo te cura, Latinoamérica se vive así.
Alright, everybody. We are back for lights out in Coda. We had a very good qualifying there. Fran Bernoulli on pole position in the Aston Martin. Let's see if he can convert that now to a win. Or I'll blow my nose. But as I said, Tyler did receive a grid penalty, so he'll be starting from the back of the race. Kloppo's one, we don't really apply the grid penalties in qualifying. He'll probably serve it in the next race that he races in. So we're hoping to work away with that. Just waiting for players to choose their setups, making sure they don't forget them. And then yeah, we should be good to go. So make sure you get your predictions in the chat. And let's get ready to go to 5 red lights in Coda. I think everyone has done their setups. I think we're good to go. And here we go to 5 red lights in Coda for round number 3 around Texas. And it's Fran who gets a good start here off the grid with Gaffo alongside him up the hill into turn 1. The Williams getting a really good launch into turn 1. The Aston Martin around the outside tries to hold on to P1, but it's the Williams ahead after turn 1. What a great start. As now Fran Bernoulli has to follow behind. Luca as well in the Alpine. Metal trying to make positions up on the start, but Gaffo, what a start in the Williams now on the medium tyre as well. That is a superb start from the Williams driver of Gaffo. Fran Bernoulli following in P2. He said his starts are not very good, and he's proved that right here once again this week. But what a start from the Williams of Gaffo. He needs that to ignite his chance at the championship, but leading a race now on lap 1. And we'll stay on board with the leaders just in case a change for the lead happens. Let's ride on board with the Aston Martin, who is level in the championship with the Viper. As things currently stand, it is 3 points between Fran Bernoulli and Luca in the championship, but Gaffo has put himself in this fight as it stands as well. P1, what a start, 6 tenths to the car behind. There's a lot of position changes happening behind. Yari has lost 5 places since lap 1. Bluefoot gaining 2 places, and Metal getting past the Alpine there up into P3. Lucas left the session. We're going to try and get him in as fast as possible. A disconnect is nowhere near what he needs. And I think he's offline. Is he offline? Where is he? There's no way to get him back in. Hopefully he comes back online, but we'll have to pay attention to the paddock chat as well. And Luca, is he still ghosted? Yeah, he's still ghosted. That is not ideal. We will try and do everything we can to get him back in. Is he appearing online? If he's not appearing online, we can't get him back in. Yeah, Luca, you're not appearing online, mate. I can't get you back in. Yeah, nothing we can do about that one. Fran now outside the DRS to the Williams of Gaffo. So far not being able to get by. And he's under pressure from Metal. This could be a Williams 1-2 if the Williams manages to get by. Where is he? That's all I can do now. I have to try and stay with the leaders here and not miss any battles. But look at this, Bluefoot up into P6 still. Obviously, as he said, he's trying to get past Shano there in the Red Bull. Solar picks up 3 seconds. And Lucas restarting the game. Like, he's just... Not much more I can do. As Kloppo comes out of the pits. So I think he's probably gone on to, I think, a pair of medium tyres. And Metal is just holding on to the likes of the Aston Martin for DRS there. Meanwhile, Luca is just falling back even more in that AI. We're trying to get him back in, but unfortunately, disconnections, we can only do so much with that when it comes to this game. And so far, Metal keeping up with Francesco up ahead for P2. Sir Nathan Yu picks up 3 seconds of time penalties there for exceeding track limits. So it seems track limits is something that can definitely hinder. And look at that, Luca is now back in his car. And where is he? He's P14. Big shame for him in this race. And considering the Drivers' Championship, and look at that, Sir Nathan has retired in the pit lane. Safety car. So Luke has been given a Hail Mary, I think, in terms of the disconnection. Not ideal, obviously, but the safety car might give him a chance to just catch back up to the pack, get the pack bunched up once again, and he'll hopefully be able to make some overtakes for his sake in this race. Because that disconnect has caused him to lose all momentum. But look at that, what a start from Gaffo as well. If we go back 4 laps, the start he got off the line was just incredible. And now we see, does he box? Does he box for tyres? I don't think he'll box in the early stage of this race, but Jitter Archie in P16 says another race ruined by Nathan. So clear frustrations given by the Haas driver. Shano and Johnsy Boy there sharing positions under the safety car. So not too sure what's going on there. Yes, ST and Jack, I see I skipped his name. I was looking for Luca when I should have been looking for Rayquaza there. Sorry, that's my bad, but and Sir Nathan saying that Jitter Archie is at fault for that safety car. So I guess we have an incident coming into the steward's room. After this, of course, we have one where he was involved with his teammate in qualifying. So Sir Nathan not having the best of weekends here in Kota at the moment. So Gaffo, we're going to stay out. Fran is going to box. Which is a very interesting decision. It becomes a Williams 1-2 now. Bluefoot up into P3 and onto the podium. Which, remember, he boxed early in Jeddah last week. He's decided to do a different story this week and stay out. And it might be the better decision. But Fran has come in. He'll come out P10. I think Luca pit as well. So he'll still come out P14 there. And while we're under safety car, we're going to check a brief look at some of the position changes there. The biggest one's obviously Bluefoot, 6 positions gained. Jake Donaldinho, who hasn't pitted, 9 positions gained. Griffin up into the top 10. Looking at the stops then, as you can see, tyres. You can see the mediums for some of the drivers, some hards. Fran on new hards, which is interesting. And Kloppo on softs. And then penalties, 3 seconds for the Yari and Solar in his home Grand Prix, with Jitter Archie on 6 seconds, Richie on 3 as well. And yeah, that's all we need for the details.
Take a quick little break here.
Alright, Johnsy Boy just got a drive-through penalty for ignoring the yellow flag, which is not good for McLaren. I don't think you can serve that either under VSC, under safety car conditions, so that drive-through will have to be served later on in the race. This is not looking like a good weekend so far for Jack and UFC, the McLaren team principal. Who will be delighted to see this is Ben, the Williams team principal. Both of his drivers, P1 and P2 at the moment, which would look really good for them in the Constructors' Championship if they manage to pull this result off. Bluefoot in P3 with both Red Bulls in P4 and P5 at the moment, so a solid job for Leo's drivers, who, as I said, really took advantage of the early lap windows in qualifying, and they got higher up in the grid. And man, that Red Bull livery is beautiful. But we are under safety car conditions. We should expect it to end this lap, so Gaffo will be controlling the pace. He'll be hoping for Metal to hopefully hold up some of the pack behind, and Fran has it all to make up for. He has to get past 9 cars to catch up to Gaffo and potentially overtake him. There he is in the back there. You can see him on his brand new hard tyres. So an interesting strategy call there for Fran to pit early under the safety car and come on to new hard tyres. He's got to make them go a pretty long distance in this race, and it's just a matter of making that happen now. So it's all on Fran to see if he can do it. So Gaffo will handle the restart. Let's go on board with the Williams and watch this restart. Gaffo, we'll let you take it from here. And Gaffo gets going. It's a good restart from the Williams. Metal following close in behind. Bluefoot having a look there, but the two Red Bulls are coming at him. And he just manages to keep position through turn 1. Under pressure is the Ferrari driver out of that turn 1 exit. The two Williams staying in position at the moment. Really good restart from them. Bluefoot under a lot of pressure. And Shano now might be under pressure from his teammates, who I think has wing damage. So perhaps he just needs to stay ahead now of his teammate. And maybe Red Bull need to work together here in this race. Jitter Archie picks up another 3 seconds. And Bluefoot might have a look at Metal here if he can get him down this straight. That will launch him into a position of attack on Metal. Fran Bernoulli is making overtakes on the Alpine here. He's looking to get moves done. He got past Vinny. And let's see now, can he make the first overtake of many he has to make in this session? And he does. Goes up the inside. Fran on new tyres. The Alpine realizing he's not in that battle. Look at that. Luca as well in a pile of cars behind him. Vinny just trying to keep Fran ahead in this situation. Metal not giving much of a threat to his teammate, which is good. He's holding up the cars behind. Bluefoot not able to get close enough just yet at this moment in time. He'll be waiting for DRS to be re-enabled, I believe, on the next lap. Richie getting past Tyler there for P16. Not been a great race for him. Griffin holding on to P8 for the Racing Bulls team. So really solid job from him so far in this race. He's got Fran now behind him on fresh tyres. Let's see what Bluefoot can do on this lap. Johnsy Boy in the pits, serving his drive-through that he picked up under the safety car. A difficult race for the McLaren team principal to watch this one, I would imagine. Just, it's not been a great 2 weeks for him. Pickle Alex DNFing last week, and now both of his drivers outside the top 10 in no point scoring positions. So a very difficult place to be in as we are on lap 8 of this Grand Prix. 20 laps to go around this circuit of the America. And has Bluefoot got a run here? Goes a little bit wide on the exit of that corner. But let's just see what he can do. Opening up the DRS now. And Metal was having a look there at Gaffo. Was he got close? But I think what they're trying to do is just work together. Yari and Billy Wiz there are battling for P5, but Yari with that penalty will definitely hinder him come the end of the race. But he's managed to uphold a good position here. He hasn't lost that P6 in a matter of laps. He's managed to keep it. So obviously the safety car did help him. He didn't box, but he's managed to keep position for now as Vinny gets past Griffin. So Griffin down to P10 as we go back to the leaders. And Bluefoot closing in on that Williams in front to try and break into second place and get racing with that Williams car. Williams looking on track tonight to get their 13th overall win in the URC, putting them 3 wins behind Ferrari and 4 wins off Mercedes. So Williams obviously, who were who won the first Drivers' Championship and the first Constructors' title in Season 1 with FaZe McBot, and really haven't won anything since. They've been on a bit of a dry spell for 10 seasons, so a pretty long time for them. Their most recent title contender was Bunsey in Season 4 when he raced with Williams against Kajoko of the Ferrari. So we're seeing a bit of a hint of that in this race at the moment. But Bluefoot now, I think he just knows the two Williams drivers are working together nicely, managing the pace well, and as long as Metal doesn't start taking the win for himself here, he's just happy to sit behind Gaffo, I think, for the time being, as Yari is going to get past Billy Wiz there and up into P5. Solar's going to lose positions down to P9. Fran is up into P7 now on those fresh tyres. So Griffin there has lost a lot of places. Has he had an incident? Because he's down to 15th. So I think he's just either made a mistake on the exit of a corner and losing loads of places because of that. But nevertheless, we start lap 10. Back to the leaders now. With the likes of Gaffo. Is Metal going to Maybe make a move? No, I think he's just happy to sit behind. Bluefoot, however, got very close to the back of that Williams there, so almost seeing a move done. The top three just pulling away at the moment. Yet to make a pit stop as well, might I add, but they're going to try and make these tyres go just as long as they can. And don't forget, Bluefoot has his teammate in the mix of this. He's in P5, so if he can get up to P4, he might just be able to help hold off Shano, but so far no threat is being posed to Shano at the moment. As Billy Wiz picks up 3 seconds and Fran is on the back of them at the moment as we speak. No other battles at the moment. Luca and maybe Jake might be swapping positions as Luca goes to the inside of his reserve teammate for tonight and gets the move done for P11. He's on a recovery drive, the Italian driver. Pickett Alex then not making any progress in this race at the moment, really struggling as Billy Wiz gets past Yari. And what about Griffin there? Is he able to make a move? Not just yet. Kloppo as well, and then Johnsy Boy so far back at the moment, not being able to get by, but no change of position in the top three, so it's almost like Bluefoot is morally content just to sit behind the two Williams and let them work together as a team. He just wants this podium, I think. Maybe he feels the pace just isn't there for the race win. And as you can see, Ferrari need the points. If you look at the constructor standings on your screen, you can see Ferrari are on P8 with 6 points, so 15 points here are up for grabs for Ferrari as Fran Bernoulli gets past Billy Wiz and up into P5. Fran is really pushing up the grid as he goes, and now into the top 5 for the Aston Martin driver. But back to what I was saying about Bluefoot, Ferrari need these 15 points in order to put themselves back in to the hopes of the constructors this season. And now Fran's got Shano up in front of him in the Red Bull, and he's got a time penalty as well. So Jitter Archie and Vinny there battling for P7 and P6 potentially as he gets past Billy Wiz there. And he puts his Haas car into P6 as Vinny might get by as well. And Vinny reeling in that Haas as they make contact there. That was a lot of movement from Vinny there. I think he was kind of at to blame for that one. Yari's lost a lot of places there. So as the Alpine and McLaren go side by side, Pickett Alex up to the inside. Can he get it done? Oh, they bang wheels. Contact made between the McLaren and the Alpine. Back to Jitter Archie and Yari, who's up to P7. The Viper, Luca, up into P8, has managed to find a way past those guys. And Luca trying to make a recovery of this race as Gaffo pits. So Gaffo has entered the pit lane, or has he? Metal has, apologies. So the second Williams there coming into the pits, and Bluefoot now has a bit of free air to try and attack Gaffo. Or these guys are friends. Are they going to race each other? I would hope they would race each other. But Bluefoot has already lost DRS to the likes of the Williams ahead. So Solar picked up a 10-second penalty there for speeding into the pit lane. So this race for the US driver isn't going very well at the moment. Speaking of a recovery drive though, XD Tyler in P10 at the moment. And a lot of drivers picking up track limit penalties. This track, very easy to get a track limit penalty on. So you can really see why penalties are being dished out a lot, as a big loss of understeer there on the Red Bull of Shano will allow Fran Bernoulli just to breeze past him. But I think Shano's going to come back at him maybe and try and fight this. And no, he gives it up in the end, and Luca gets up to P5. This is a huge recovery drive, and look, he's not that far behind the rest of the cars in front of him. The safety car definitely helps him, I think. As I said, it was a miracle when he joined back to get the perfect timing of a safety car. That couldn't have been more of a blessing, I think, for the Alpine driver. And championship contender Bluefoot now 1.7, 1.8 is the gap to Gaffo ahead, so I don't think he feels he has the pace to contend for the win, and Gaffo will pit. Bluefoot follows in that Ferrari. Fran stays out, as of course would make sense. He's on new hards that he put on lap 4, so he stays out. And Luca stays out, obviously, to inherit P2 in this race. Now, can he catch up to Fran? That is the big question. He's got his teammate, he's got Fran's teammate behind him, who could offer a bit of pressure, but I don't think we're going to see that. Pickle Alex up to P4, battling Jitter Archie, and who just had to back out there, unfortunately, or else there would have been a collision. And XD Tyler making up positions up into P6. Jitter Archie going very wide. Has to be careful with the rejoin. He does lose places. And XD Tyler up into P5 now in the race. Let's see where Gaffo has come out. He's come out P11. And he's got a lot of places to make up Metal as well. Has to get past that McLaren of Johnsy Boy. And Gaffo, will he be a bit annoyed that he's come out in this amount of traffic? I think he will be. Because it's easier said than done to get moves done on the track. You can say he might get by them, but it's as I said, easier said than done. He's got to make these moves as quick as possible and not waste any time on these fresh tires. They're going to take a lap to at least get up to temperature. So it'll be really interesting now to see what Gaffo can do. We'll keep an eye on him as he tries to get past the rest of the grid. And Yari picks up another track penalty. And Fran is pulling nicely away from Luca and P2. You've got to imagine that these guys in this scenario are probably hoping for another safety car. I think Fran would like to go long. Luca definitely would like to go long as well, but I think another safety car would be a blessing for them. Jitter Archie gets a 10-second penalty, speeding in the pit lane, and he retires from the session. So Haas, FaZe Monkey couldn't get into the race. And now he has retired from the session. So that's a big shame for Jitter Archie. Just not his weekend. Simple as that, really. Yari made a pit stop there as well, so he has come out in P16. Both Red Bulls in P14 and 15. So I think we're probably, if they can cut back through the field, which Shane will be looking to do. Billy Wiz seems to have had an unfortunate pit stop there. But XD Tyler is the guy who's in a battle at the moment for P4 with Pickle Alex. And has he got the speed to make a move here down that straight? No, he hasn't, not just yet. Gaffo getting past the Alpine of Jake Donaldinho. Big move for him. Johnsy Boy as well. Might go for Johnsy Boy's hit the back of Gaffo. What is going on there? That could have really been a massive collision. Gaffo could have been spun. And you can imagine, I think I got a full glimpse of that. The McLaren going way too deep into the braking, missing his braking zone. And he's lucky, he's really lucky that Gaffo wasn't spun around there, because that would not have looked good on the McLaren driver. And I can say that with confidence, for sure. Yeah, XD Tyler then back to them with the McLaren. Fran just managing to still keep a 2.5 second gap to Luca behind. Now 2.3 as Metal gets past Jake Donaldinho up into P10. So making moves the Williams drivers are, but they need to just try and make these tires last as much as they can. I don't know if Fran and Luca are going to the end, but I think they might consider it. Oh, what's wrong with Globbo? Is he disconnected? No, he's in the session. I'm just trying to get the point across to drivers. Please don't DM me during a race, because the notifications are going off, and the stream can hear that. So I will probably do an announcement about it later on or after the stream, because I can mute the server, no problem, but just, I don't know, DMs I have to mute every individual one, and that just takes a long time, so I can't do that. Anyway, looking at Luca, he has reduced that gap now to 1.7 So he's catching Fran, losing a bit of time out in turn 1 there, but 1.6 is the gap between them. We could still have a race between the two title contenders at the moment. A long way to go in this race, 12 laps to be exact, so it's actually going pretty quickly, surprisingly. But it's just about managing the strategy now. Gaffo has to get past Griffin. Again, good friends, those two drivers, so I'm sure, I think Griffin will maybe try and put up a fight, but again, he's not in Gaffo's race, so Gaffo should just be able to breeze by him on a DRS attacking opportunity. And look at that, Luca has taken this gap down to 1.2. Chat, if you're watching this, we might have to stick with this battle, because we could have a battle here for the lead between Luca and Fran Bernoulli in the Aston Martin. Fran chasing his second win and a back-to-back win, which I don't think he'd ever thought he'd ever do in URC, but he's in a position to do that right now as Gaffo gets past Griffin, Metal gets past Kloppo there for P8. Bluefoot, on the other hand, who did pit with Gaffo, is struggling to make up places on his tyres, so I don't know what's the issue for him. It just seems he's not able to get his tyres in a good condition. And Ferrari outside the points now for another week running, so yeah, not been an easy race. But let's see, can Luca gain some time in Sector 1 to get a DRS attacking opportunity in Sector 2? We'll have to see. And the gap is 1.1. Luca with a big steer on the end of his car. Bluefoot picks up 3 seconds for exceeding track limits, so that is going to be a killer for him as Metal gets past Griffin. And Luca gets 3 seconds now for exceeding track limits. That gives Fran Bernoulli a massive advantage in this race in terms of mentality. He can just relax. If Luca gets ahead of him, he'll still win the race with that 3-second penalty. So Luca doing the same he did in Jeddah. He got 3 seconds as well in Jeddah. Just repeating the same mistake once again, but now he's in a DRS train behind Fran, and he's just going to have to fight him. He's got nothing to lose now with this 3 seconds. He's got P2 for the moment sealed. He's now going to try and just force Fran into a mistake, but Fran looks like he's just driving this track really, really well, and it looks like it's going to be another win for Fran at the moment. Provisionally, Fran is on to win this race, but anything could happen in a span of 11 laps. Here in Texas, there's a big pack behind Vinny there. Just not a lot of places being made up there. Gaffo has 1.5 seconds to make up as Fran pits for a 2-stop strategy for Fran, I think, for a pair of mediums. Shane gets a 3-second time penalty for track warnings, and Vinny will pit. So Aston Martin, both cars into the box. Pickle Alex will inherit then P2. XC Tyler up into P3. So McLaren, they might be able to salvage their race here if all things go well for them. And Bluefoot now up into P7 with that 3-second penalty. But obviously, he's just got to give it his all. And Gaffo up into P4, so back in a race-winning position. But not if this is where it finishes, he won't be. He'll get P2 because Luca has still got that 10-second advantage up in front. Well, with the penalty, it's a 7-second advantage. But so far, Gaffo just has to drive his car as much as he can, clear this traffic. And it looks like he's going to be getting Tyler here. This will be an easy move for the driver from Bettystown in Dublin. What a move from Gaffo. Gets up to P3 now, looking at Pickle Alex up ahead in P2. And it just seems like Gaffo's tyres have now come to life. Bluefoot is making moves as well in the Ferrari. Yes, that 3 seconds has hindered him, but he's still fighting on track for P6 here in his Scuderia Ferrari. And Aston Martin here for Fran as he gets past the McLaren as well. Looks to go up the inside, 3 cars wide into that corner. Johnsy Boy sent it out of nowhere. That's going to cause a bit of frustration for Fran, and look at that, Johnsy Boy lets him by. I think he knew he was in the wrong there, but Fran will not be happy with that decision as Pickle Alex pulls into the pits now. That sends Gaffo to chase down Luca 96 in the Alpine. 11.2 seconds is the gap. But we can expect Luca to pit again unless he tries and drags these tyres to the end, which I would say is very unlikely. Then this race is in Gaffo's hands to just avoid a 3-second time penalty. And same for his teammate Metal. Both Williams could end up on the podium. And yeah, what a race this could be for Gaffo. What a race this could be. He lost out on the win last week, but the win is not far from his taking. If Luca does box and Gaffo manages to overtake him, we're looking at a win here for Gaffo. But Fran is cutting through the field. He might get past Bluefoot there. He does. And ladies and gentlemen, we have another battle. We have a battle for the win. Luca is going to pit again. We have to assume he is. For the sake of tyres, punctures, etc. All these things have to be considered in this race. As W27 Vinny gets into the final points place in P10 ahead of Pickle Alex. McLaren are holding on to points with John Z Boy at the moment. But it has been a very difficult race for the likes of the Summit Team principals. Example for Ruben and Haas, who has been very silent this season, and he won't be happy with Haas, and I don't think the Haas drivers are fairly happy either, as there's a yellow flag in sector 3. What has happened? We need to know. It's a Red Bull, or is it an RB? It's an RB of Griffin, who's off there at the end of sector 2. Gets passed by his teammate Richie, who is struggling with a damaged wrist. I think it's either sprained or broken, so he's not really racing to his full potential at the moment. But Gaffo has reduced the gap to the Alpine up ahead of him to 9.8 seconds. So it's definitely getting close. But this could Bluefoot might be able to secure a P5 here, because everyone behind him now has time penalties, which is just insane. I did not think this track would get much track limits, but you can get a lot of them in sector 1. So it's very easy to get it in that sector. So Bluefoot now on for a chance of P5. This would be a good result for him, I think, given all things considered. Without the time penalty, he might have been able to do higher, but he's just got to keep these cars behind him now. And Fran then trying to catch Metal here in the Williams. He is gaining a lot on him. Richie and Yari there were battling for a position for P14. Yari just not having the best of races again at the moment. He hasn't really been a star signing for Jake, that's for sure. And it has been a difficult one. Qualifying was good, but obviously, as we said, he set the lap when it was dry, and then the rain came out of nowhere. So perhaps he was awarded a bit of luck, but he was able to hold position for the first few laps. And as the yellow flag, Richie retires in the pit lane. So I think that's probably due to some pains that he's got on his wrist. So driving 21 laps with a damaged wrist is impressive enough, I think, and fair dues to him for racing. I'm sure ST understands. His driver did give it the best he could. And now it's just down to Griffin to see if he can salvage anything for the Racing Bulls team as they continue to go further back in the Constructors' Championship. Richie has now left the session, and Solar is on his own at the moment. Gaffo brought that gap down to 8 seconds. Looking at Fran, he is the driver who can get past the Williams on the next lap, looking to get up into the podium places. And looking to take Aston Martin into the lead of the Constructors' Championship. There's a caution in sector 1. That's Solar. Is that a crash? He's just had a spin. And boy, that gave a bit of a fear for a safety car. It definitely did. Gaffo just trying to reduce that gap even more as Fran gets past Metal up into P3 for the Aston Martin driver. And now he's got 4.3 seconds to the likes of Gaffo up ahead, so a big job to do. And Metal still staying with Fran here, albeit the tyre life is different between these two drivers. You know, I think Gaffo would want Metal to try and help him out and try and keep up with this Aston Martin as much as possible, put him under pressure, try and force him into some mistakes. You know, just try and do what you can, but I don't think Metal has the pace to get past Fran once again. Yari picks up another track penalty. Someone wanted to tell him where the limits are on Kota, because that is another one to him. And Luca just seems to be managing his tyres at the moment. 7.2 seconds is the gap though, and he's gonna continue. He's gonna stay out on those hard tyres. I'm really surprised he hasn't faced a puncture. We will have a brief look. Metal picks up 3 seconds now. There's a 3-second penalty for that Williams. So as Solar retires in the pits, and as you can see, one stop there for the likes of the Viper. His tyres are 18 laps old on those hards, which is insane. And now Gaffo gets in to the 3-second window. Well, actually, he doesn't. It's only still a 3-second penalty. Gaffo has a lot to make up. Is Luca going to bring these tyres to the end? That would be massively impressive if he wins this. Making these tyres go the distance. And Gaffo under no pressure yet from Fran. But he's just managing the tyres now as much as he can. Bluefoot picks up another 3 seconds. That's not what you need. Gaffo goes wide there actually at the exit of that corner. So not ideal for him. He might lose a bit of time to the Alpine up ahead. And Luca continuing on to lap 24. Another lap on those hard tyres as Jake gets past Kloppo for P12. And they're just seem to be battling each other at the moment for that position. Hopefully no contact between them. 4 laps to go in this race. Guys, it's been an absolutely rapid race. I feel like this has gone so quickly. And it really has. It really has. I think that's mainly due to qualifying being so short, given the conditions we had. But yes, let's see how this plays out. In the last few moments of the qualifying session, we'll turn off the spectator menu there. Gaffo now 5.7 seconds to the Alpine. Then that time is just going to keep going down as the laps wind down, because Luca's got to be feeling the tyres so badly at this moment in time. Fran is doing everything he can to try and catch Gaffo, but I think it might just be P3 for him today. Excuse me. That was nasty. And Gaffo is just praying for Luca to either get another penalty or get a puncture. That's what he needs. Because Luca is just, I don't know, I don't know how he's doing it. He's managing his tyres again with so many laps done. He's approaching almost 20 laps on those hard tyres, but I think he really has to manage them through some of the low braking corners because of how high they're on. And Fran will be looking at this as well and thinking, how are you managing your tyres? I've had to do a double stop or a 2-stop, and Viper's he's been on these tyres since lap 4. I think, or even, I think, did he box a lap 5 or 6, I think it was. He boxed after Fran, I think, anyway, so... yeah, he's been able to make up a lot of places. And he's now in a position to win the race, but look at that, Gaffo, 4.7 seconds. It's going to be really close, it's going to be really tight. It's Fran, I didn't see it, Fran picked up 3 seconds there. For just pushing, I think, the car too much. So now he's no longer in contention. Everyone bar Gaffo has a time penalty in this race. And I think this is circuit of track limits of the Americas. Definitely not circuit of the Americas. I mean, look at all those time penalties for exceeding the track limits and penalties in the pit lane. Yeah, what a way this could be to wrap up the first 3 rounds and the last race of 2025 before we go to Imola in 3 weeks time on the 8th of January for round 4. But approaching the final laps now of this lap, and Gaffo has to give it everything. There's a caution in sector 2, I think that's between Yari, and we won't see a safety car in these last couple of laps because it is lap 26. A Red Bull there, Griffin, has spun again. But we won't see a safety car in these final few laps because it is lap 26, and that safety car period now has probably ended. So Gaffo now just has to drive that Williams on as much as he can, but he can only do so much. Luca, I don't even know how much his tires are on. It's actually insane. Where's his tires? 21 laps he's done on those hard tires. That is incredibly deserved if he wins this race, just for managing the tires like that so well. He's only got 2 laps to make it last, but Gaffo is in the 3 seconds now. He's 9/10 off. Can he gain 9/10 of a second? And he goes back into 4, but can he gain 9/10 and get more than that to win this race in the final laps? It's gonna be so close. It's 3.8 seconds now as the laps wind down. Gaffo is running out of time. He's at 3.7. It's gonna be so close. It's gonna be really close. 3.5. And this is where Gaffo's tires enter a better stage of the race. They are in a much better condition. Do not go anywhere if you are watching this stream, because this race could go to absolutely anyone between Gaffo and Luca. 5 tenths separating the win at the moment. Fran watches on, and this is a spectacle. 7 tenths now. Gaffo losing time up that hill, but he thinks he can hope, he can dream. 4 tenths is what the gap is now to a first win in the URC and a 13th win for Williams. 3.3. The gap is 3.3. Gaffo just has to avoid a mistake. 3.2. 3.1. 3.0. 3.1. This is going to be close, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, this is going to be really close. Gaffo, I think, is pushing his car as hard as he can. He can see the Alpine just up the road ahead. Fran watching on. Another spectacle that we have this week in the URC. We had the late safety car last week in Jeddah. Now it's about a penalty decision. And Gaffo is 3.0. He's just not in the 3-second window just yet. And I think it is sector 2 where he loses time. There it is. 2.8. 2.8. He's in the 3-second window. 2.7. 2.7 for Gaffo. He's in it now. Luca is doing everything he can to try and extract as much pace as he can. We won't go anywhere from these two in this last lap. Luca will start the final lap with a gap of 2.6 seconds. Gaffo to 2.8. He lost a bit of time, but he's gained it right back. And now Gaffo starts the final lap of this race to chase down that Alpine for his very first win in this league. And Gaffo is chasing down an Alpine. He's been in a position to chase down a podium. He started his URC career with AlphaTauri in season 1, and he got a podium in that season at Singapore. That was his first taste of glory in the URC. But now, 10 seasons later, he is chasing down an Alpine for what will become his first win. This is absolutely electrical scenes right here. Coming down now this straight, he's 2.2 seconds. He's staying within the gap. All he has to do is avoid a 3-second penalty. Avoid track limits. Do not make a mistake. As is a Red Bull off, we don't care about that Red Bull. We're staying with Gaffo because we have to know, we have to see it. We have to see it on stream. He's 2 seconds now. Probably into the 1 second gap here, and he is. I think Gaffo's done enough. I think he's done enough. He has done enough. It'll be Luca with the 3 seconds, and it would just be such a shame. He managed his tyres to perfection. He'll probably take P2 for Alpine, but it's gonna be Gaffo for P1 in the United Racing Championship here in Kota. What a win for the man from Bettystown. Williams on top in URC again, and Luca misses out on the win by 9/10 of a second. Fran Bernoulli, his title contender, P3, and Gaffo has put himself in the Drivers' Championship with Medal, Bluefoot rounding out the top 5, Shano P6, and the McLarens have salvaged their race to pick up P7 and P8, Vinny P9, and XD Tyler. Will he finish in the points? Yes, he will. From the back of the grid, Mercedes take a point in Kota when everything was against them. Billy Wiz will finish P11 with Jake in P12. Kloppo will cross the line P13. Yari from P6 to P14. And Griffin will be the last to finish us off here in the Circuit of Americas. What a win for Gaffo. And Griffin will finish us off there. And there we have it, folks. There is the Kota, the US GP heading into Christmas. That is it for us. We might have some interviews with Gaffo, and we might get Luca in here as well, and we'll have Fran in the Discord. What a huge result there for Gaffo, celebrating the victory. Williams on top once again in the URC. 13 wins, and Gaffo's very first win. He becomes the 33rd different race winner in the URC, and what a race it was for him. He really had to chase down that Alpine, who managed his tyres for 23 laps. What a performance from Luca to get on the podium after disconnecting early on in the race. And Fran P3. Wow, what a race, ladies and gentlemen. Here is your final results then of the session. Gaffo winning the race, 25 points, with Luca in P2. Fran Bernoulli takes the fastest lap for 15 points. Medal is P4. Bluefoot recovers to P5 after all of that. Shano P6 picking up his best result of the season. Johnsy Boy P7, Pickleax P8. McLaren salvage points with Vinny in P9, and XD Tyler rounding out the top 10. And then here are your bottom 10 finishers, from Billy Wiz down to Sir Nathan Yu. Oh, let's take a breather, folks. What a race that was. What an unbelievable race. Oh my god, what a race. Right, we'll go to the showroom here. And we will... Let me just open Discord there briefly, guys. See if anyone is in. We'll hopefully get Gaffo in. We'll hopefully get Gaffo in. There's Gaff. Gaff, can you hear me? I think you have me muted. I think Gaffo has me muted, guys. Because I can't hear Gaffo. Gaffo! Gaffo definitely has me muted again. I'll bring Fran in. Fran? Hello? What? Oh, my headset. Oh, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We could hear you well done.
Oh, right. I had it to a different output setting. Anyway, the stream could hear me, so that's important. Gaff, you're a URC race winner.
Yeah, about time, but I can't believe it. Yeah, fucking. I thought the strategy was not going to work, but it paid off.
Absolutely.
Top at
Absolutely.
Christmas.
Yeah, what a present. What a present. And obviously you had to chase down Luca. Did you not believe that he wasn't pitting?
I soon believed about 2 laps after Fran pitted that he was going to stay out, so I knew I had a bit of work to do, but the 3 seconds helped out, so I knew that's all I had to do, and I knew I was gaining, so I just had to keep with the pace and do nothing stupid, and I think I was the only driver that remained penalty free in the end, so that's what I did, and it came back to me nicely. Yeah,
absolutely. I'd say it was a bit of a few nervy laps at the end there, though, not to make a mistake, but obviously fair play to you for doing that. But yeah, you've put yourself now in the title fight with Fran and Luca, so have you maybe given some different thoughts now to the title this season after that race?
We'll see. We have a lot of work to do. Imola, of course, after in the new year is going to be a tricky one. I'm sure Luca's probably going to want to win there, considering he is Italian. But we'll see. I don't know. The calendar's favourable enough, so hopefully I can get a bit of luck as the season goes on. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, absolutely, and obviously a big win there for Williams gives him a medal as well. Had a really solid result, so a good week for you guys. Yeah,
as far as Ben's aware, we are. I'm not top of the championship. I'm thinking a point behind Fran, and a good bit behind Luca. But we're top of the constructors. That's guaranteed. So yeah, that's a very good result for us.
Absolutely, and then obviously looking at Imola, then obviously do you enjoy that track, or do you find it a bit difficult to race on?
I don't mind it. No, I do enjoy it. I think a lot of practice will still have to go into it, because a lot of practice has gone into the last 2 rounds, which has been a reason for such high results. So we'll see what happens for 2 weeks. So plenty of time. We'll see what we can do.
Absolutely. Well, look, Gaff, well done again, and massive congratulations on the win. Fran says he'll be back in 5 minutes. Well, he's the only one in here, so we'll wait till he gets back.
Okay, fuck it. Yeah, give me.
He's back now. Alright, Gaffo, thank you very much for coming in and saying a few words. Appreciate it.
No bother, it's been a pleasure.
Well done again. Alright, Fran, we won't keep you long, because I know I think you have to rush off and do something. But obviously, Fran, you got pole position.
Yeah,
and just just your race start again. I think you know yourself now. You're not the best at them. And
About what? I didn't hear you.
Sorry, about your race start.
Oh yeah.
You do struggle with those, but obviously, was it tire management that race that just went wrong for you, or where was the pace?
No, it's me being stupid. Like 80% of my strategies. So I think I need to have a word with Ricky, and he needs to start picking the strategies because, looking at them, I'm not good at them. So, yeah.
But I think at the end of the day, though, you come away with the podium. So it is damage limitation. I think in your eyes, I think you're probably disappointed with a podium, which is fair game. I think, you got pole, you wanted the win, you had the pace for it, and you are in a title fight. So obviously 15 points gained. I think Luca does overtake you. Did you just, on those hard tires, you were saying in the chat there, you had a lot on them, but did you not feel you could stay out and manage them?
No way, no chance. I was on 40% tires, and Luca said he was on 65 when he finished the race, which is, I have no clue how he's done that, but yeah. I mean, I was just trying to push. That's my driving style, aggressive. So. Absolutely. Yeah.
And obviously, then looking towards the past the Christmas break, then Imola round 4. Aston Martin have been doing well, both cars in the points. Do you reckon we'll see that form continue going into Imola?
Maybe not in Imola, but we will just have to see, because I don't feel confident around there. So.
Well, you were saying you didn't feel too good about the pace tonight in Code as well, and then you obviously put it on pole. You were able to keep up with Gaffo for a bit at the start of the race, so.
I mean, I didn't win, so the pace was not good enough, at least.
Okay, I appreciate that, friend. I do. And obviously, then for the drivers' championship, then it's between you, Luca, and Gaffo. Now Gaffo's put his name in there, so are you up for that this season? Are you up for that fight?
Yeah, I think they're both good drivers, so we'll just have to see. Gaffo surprised me, so. I guess we'll just have to surprise him back. So, while Jake watches me win and get podiums. So,
absolutely, man. Yeah, definitely. Well, look, well done again. And obviously, I know you're probably a little bit disappointed with the podium, but that just shows where you want to be, and that you want to be at the front, winning the races.
Yeah,
and
we've come a long way. Yeah, I would have been delighted with a podium 2 seasons ago or 3 seasons ago. So. But we're in round 3, so it's a long way to go. And the podium is still good. I'd rather be on the podium than not be on the podium. So
absolutely, and that's a good humble mentality to have. But it's also good to have that mentality to win races, and I know you have that within you as well, and you can definitely do it because you showed it last week. So yeah, it's definitely shaping up to be a good season. Fran, I'll let you go and do what you need to do. And I'll wrap up the stream here. So well done on the podium, and thanks for coming on.
Cheers.
Alrighty, folks. So that wraps up the post-race interviews. We'll just go to the Alpine here to congratulate Luca for going from P16 to P2. 18-point gain for him, so that does put him ahead of Fran. And I think puts him in the lead of the Drivers' Championship, with Fran just sitting there in 2nd. And Gaffo as well moves into 3rd. But it's very close, I'd say, between them. Gaffo did need that win to get in the mix of the Drivers' Championship. So there is a 3-way title fight now as we approach Imola over the Christmas break. But guys, I hope you have enjoyed Kota. I hope you have enjoyed this race. This race was absolutely incredible. And we'll see you all again on the 8th of January for Imola at the same time, 8 PM, where this title fight, guys, is only going to get more interesting after tonight's race. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. Good night. God bless and have a good one.